Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. So today we will discuss one problem in lead code that is known as course schedule 2. So this particular problem is a use case of topological sort. So I will highly recommend you to watch the video of topological sort. The link is in the I button. And I will use Kant's algorithm to solve this problem. So I will quickly talk about the problem statement here. So the problem is 210 course schedule 2. So here what it is saying is, I will take you through the example 2, then you will easily understand. So there will be some number of courses. Suppose there the number is 4 here. So I have 4 number of courses in my syllabus, and each and every course has some prerequisite. Means to know about course 0, you have to first read the course 1, or maybe to know about course like 2, you have to know the course 0. So to know about course 3, you have to know about course 1, or to know about course 3, you have to read through course 2. So you will be given one number, which is the number of courses available, and a prerequisite 2D array where the relation is defined, like which course you have to go through before reading the current course. So these are the two values I will get as an input for this problem. So as I have mentioned that this particular problem is a kind of topological sort problem of graph. Why it is, I will explain you now. So if you see this prerequisite array, and if you draw a line kind of thing to maintain this relationship, this will actually form a graph. So here what it is saying is, if you have to go through course 1, you have to first complete course 0. Then only you will understand about course 1. And if you have to go through course 2, then you have to first complete course 0. So if you see here, 1 has a dependency with 0, 2 has a dependency with 0 also. And if you have to complete course 3, then you have to go through course 1 and 2. So that relationship is also maintained in this graph. Now you understood that this is a forming a graph, and it is a topological sort related problem. If you are aware of, or if you have went through the previous video, then this is clear for you that it is a topological sort problem. Now what result we have to answer is, the thing is, we have to tell that which order if we read these courses, then all these dependencies will be resolved. That means here if we look at this graph, then we can tell that the order will be, first you have to go through course 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, or maybe from first 0, then 2, then 1, then 3. As we all know that topological sort may have various answers, not only a single answers, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3 or 0, 2, 1, 3. Any order if you read, you can complete each and every courses. Now as we get to know, this is a graph problem. So first step of the program will be to define a adjacency list out of this graph, or out of the data which we got. So we have to create a map which will be, the key will be type of integer and the value will be list of integers. Why? Because 0 has adjacent nodes are 1 and 2. So this is 1 and 2. 1 has neighbor as 3. 2 has neighbor as 3. So this is the first step we have to do. And then as you know the Kant's algorithm, so there we have to maintain one in degree array. That array length will be same as the number of courses. So here we have 4 courses. So it is 0, 1, 1, 2. Then in degree means what? So how many nodes are coming towards this, how many edges are coming towards this node. That means for 0, all the edges are going outwards, right? So for the purpose, for 0, the in degree value is 0. For 1, one node is or one edge is coming towards it, so that's why it is 1. For 2 also it is 1, and for 3, from 1 and 2, both of the nodes, the edges are coming, so that's why the in degree value of 3 will be 2. So this is the first thing we have to define in the program. So we'll complete this part first. Okay, so step by step we will do the programming. So what I have mentioned just now is we have to define a map which will contain the adjacency list, which will be of type integer and list of integer. So here I will first define one adjacency list map. So how it will be look like is it will be map of integer, then it will be a list of integer. Okay, and it will be new hash map. Okay, so now what you have to do is we have to define one in degree array, and the length of the array will be same as number of courses. Okay, now we have to populate the values in this adjacency list. So we have to iterate over the elements. So we will define one for loop where it will be starting from I, then it will be same as the number of courses I plus plus. Then first thing is we have to define which is the source and which is the destination, means who has dependency with whom. So the destination here is the second element. So it will be prerequisite array, then in the ith position, so the first element is the destination one, and same way the source element is the second one. So it will be the second one. Then we have to define this list. Where it will be this adjacency list. Okay, so from there we have to check if it is already present in the map, then we have to get and update the value, or else we have to create a new one. So for that purpose, in this map we have a method called get or default. Okay, so there we have to the key will be the source one, and the list will be array list. If it is not present, then we need this one, means either get or take the default one. Okay, so now at the end we have to add that element in the this destination value, we have to add in the list, and then finally we have to put it in the map. So for putting it to the map, it will be source comma list. And one more thing to do here is, along with this we have to increase the value of in degree also. So in degree of the destination, so the destination in degree will be in degree of destination plus 1. Means if we are adding something in the list, that means that list some edges are coming inward to that, that's why we have to increase that. Okay, because in destination some new values are getting added from the source, that means we have to, the in degree will get increased by 1. Okay, so this is the first part which we have to define. Next, what we have to do, we will check. So next we have to define a queue. Why this queue is required is we have to scan through this in degree array and check which node has in degree value as 0. So if we have multiple node which has in degree value as 0, we have to put them inside the queue. So here I have in degree value as 0 for this one, so I will put this 0 node. Then what I have to do is we have to define one array which is known as topological order, or any name you can provide, that will just hold the result. So at the end of the like solution, we will get one result, right, which will be same as the number of nodes. So we have to define a topological order array which will contain our result. Now we will define the queue and the topological sort that array which will contain the result. So first I will define the topo sort resultant array. Okay, so there I can mention as new int, and that will also have same length, number of courses. Okay, now I will define one queue. So queue in Java is actually a implementation of linked list. Queue equal to new linked list. Okay, so I will define a for loop now, where I have to go through this in degree array, and whatever node has in degree value as 0, that I will add in the queue. So int I equal to 0, then I less than equal to number of courses, then I plus plus, and here if in degree of I equal to 0, then I have to add it inside the queue, this one. So this part is also now completed. We will check the next course of action. Now I will show what next performance we have to do here. So the array, from this array, in degree array, actually I have marked this graph also, like what are the in degree value of these nodes. For 0 it is 0, for 1 and 2 it is 1 and 1, and it is for 2. Now if you remember the Kahn's algorithm, so first we have to pop from this queue or dequeue from this queue, and the value what I am getting, I will put it as a result here. Then I will check for these zeros adjacent neighbors. So for 0, the adjacent neighbors are 1 and 2. So for 1 and 2, I will remove this part, and for 1 and 2, the in degree value of them I will be reduced to 1, means reduced by 1. So for them the in degree value will be now 0 and 0. And whenever a new node will have in degree value as 0, that node I will put inside the queue. So now 1 and 2 I have to put it inside the queue. They will be new member in the queue. Please bear with my handwriting. So now next what we have to do is, we have to do this thing again. So 1 we have to remove next, and 1 I will put it here, and then we have to check what is the neighbor of 1. The neighbor of 1 is 3. So you have to go to 3, and then you have to reduce its in degree by 1. And as we can see here, there is no node which has in degree value as 0. Then you have to simply proceed. Next 2 we have to dequeue. Then 2 we have to put it here. And then what is the neighbor of 2? That is also 3. So for 2, we have to reduce the in degree value of its neighbor by 1. So now 1 will become 0. So what is the new node which has in degree value as 0? That is 3. So we have to put 3 inside the queue. And the next run, this 3 will be dequeued, and we have to put it here. And as that time the queue is empty and no node left actually to traverse, so we have to stop it, and the result will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So if we had defined the adjacent nodes for 0 as 2, 1, then maybe the result will come as 0, 2, 1, 3. That is not a problem. So both the result is fine. And in case of loop also, if this particular input form a loop where actually they have a cyclic dependency, then we will not find any topological order, and that will be also handled. That time what will happen is, we will not get the topological order length same as the number of courses. So that time we have to decide that this particular prerequisite content one cycle. So topological sorting is not possible. Now we have to process with this queue part. So we have to define one variable called I equal to 0, which will hold the position in the topo sort array. Okay. So for how many times we have to proceed? So while queue is not empty, till then we have to proceed. Okay. Now first thing what we have to do is we have to dequeue the element from the queue. So that will be a node. So it will be queue dot remove. If we do, then we will get that element. Next what we have to do is in the topological array, there we have to put that thing in the ith index. So here if we do in ith index, we have to put that value, and then we have to do a I plus plus for the next element. Now whatever node I just dequeued from the queue, I have to check what are their neighbors. So if that node is present in the map actually, so in this adjacency list map, if that contains the key of this node, then for that, so each and every element will be an integer type neighbor or something we can define. So that will be of adjacency lists dot get node. So we will get the array list, which is the number of neighbors. And for them, what you have to do? For them, the in degree value of them we have to reduce by 1. So if we have that in degree array with us, in that in degree array, in that neighbor position, means what is the position of neighbor, in that position whatever in degree value is there, that we have to reduce by 1. And while doing that, if we found that any in degree value of that neighbor became 0, then we have to include that in the queue. So if any of their value will become 0, then we have to put it in the queue. Okay. And we have to complete this process. And at last, what you have to check is, this is for checking the loop condition. If the I value, so I value will be at last, it will be the same number of courses, right? If everything is going properly. So if I equal to number of courses, that means we have traversed completely, and we will just return this result. We will return the result, which is known as topo sort, right? Or else what you have to do is we have to just simply return a new integer array which will not contain anything, just a simple 0, right? So this particular thing we are checking for loop condition. Now we will run this code. Now you have to check for what mistake we did. Okay, so it will be prerequisite array dot length, not course dot length. Yeah, so it is accepting. Now if we submit, so this is running. So that's it about this problem called course schedule 2. But I will highly recommend you to first go through the previous video of topological sort. That is, description is in the I link button. So first go through that video, then everything will be clear more. Thanks for watching.